Thompson was my great-grandfather, but he was a great many things before my time. I could stand here today and give you a list of one man's accomplishments, and it would fill the entire amount of time I have to speak with you. But I do not want to do that. It would be insufficient, and it would not do him justice. So instead, I will stand here and tell you about who he was as a person on the inside. As a husband and a father, as a grandfather and a great-grandfather, as a service member and a dentist, as a hospital and school board member. While this is an amazing list of accomplishments, they did not define him. His defining characteristics were unconditional love, passion, and pride. Grandpa Doc, as his grandchildren call him, was full of love, and that love was absolutely unconditional. It did not matter who you were, where you were from, if you were a friend or foe, he would help you in a time of need. Never once did he turn anyone away for anything. As the only dentist in town, he would get calls anytime, day or night, and he always told everyone to meet him at his office in 10 minutes. He never asked them to take a few aspirin and call him in the morning. He never used his family or personal life as an excuse. If you needed him, he was there because he loved everyone unconditionally. No one ever had to earn his love or work for his love. It was always just there. It never mattered what you had done before he met you or what you did after he met you. Once he laid eyes on you, he loved you forever, and without a second thought as to who you were previously or who you would be in the future. What mattered to him was who you were at that moment. What type of person were you? Did you have a job? Did you take care of your family? Did you want to make a difference in the world? And even something as simple as, did you greet him with a nice firm handshake and introduce yourself with confidence? And no matter what the answers were to that question, he didn't care. He believed that everyone was the best they could be at that time. And if you faltered later, he would do his best to pick you back up and to help you move forward. He was a passionate man. He was passionate about his family, his friends, his community, but most of all about medicine. Grandpa Doc was so proud to have been a dentist and to have been able to practice medicine. I think he viewed himself as lucky to have his patients, rather than his patients being lucky to have him. He was unselfish in his practice and always did right by his patients. He never turned them away for a quiet lunch at home or a good night's sleep. If someone couldn't pay him on the spot, he worked it out with them, always giving services regardless. Even if it would be weeks or months before he received payment, it never mattered, because he helped them to heal and to be happy in life. I really believe that was all he wanted out of life, was for everyone to be happy, and for everyone to be loved and cared for, even by their doctors and dentists. To illustrate his passion even further, he rendered his services to Winnemucca Air Station in town. Because he had prior service in the military, he was brought in knowledgeably, which made him very appealing to the young service members who strolled through his office doors. He would tell stories and laugh with them and show that he was proud to have served his country and that he was proud of them for doing the same. He was so loved and respected that he was even given a promotion. He left the service as a tech sergeant, and when he began services at the air station, everyone called him Lieutenant Colonel. He didn't believe he necessarily deserved it, but he was jazzed at the idea of people saluting him. It made him even more passionate about his work and motivated him to do the best he could for the younger generation. Grandpa Doc also showed a huge amount of pride. He was proud of himself, of his family, and of the community in which he lived. He showed his pride greatly by helping his town become more than what it was. As a father, raising his children in a small town, he had to watch his eldest three go to high school in other states. It was very difficult for such a family man to let them go, but he had no choice at the time. So while his third was off at boarding school, Grandpa Doc got it in his head that he should just go to high school. So that's what he did. That way, parents wouldn't have to live without their children, and their children still had a chance to be young. Another great accomplishment in his life was the refurbishing of the local Catholic church, St. Paul's. He had been a member of the parish for years and years and noticed that the buildings were looking less than they should. So, upon meeting a man who specialized in renovating old churches, he immediately began negotiations with him and had him sold by the end of breakfast. I am only a short 20 years and still have many years left to live, but in these short 20 years I have learned a tremendous amount about life and love and people in general. But I think I learned the most in my first 12 and a half years of life, because on February 26, 2002, my great-grandfather passed away. He taught me that I should love unconditionally and judge no book by its cover. He taught me that I should be passionate about what I do in life and love every second of the work that I do. And he taught me that I should be proud of myself, my family, and my friends, but also that I should be proud of the community that I lived in, because they are what fuel my life. My great-grandfather was a wonderful man and loved by many. While he has left this world, he will never leave our hearts or our souls. He is a part of us, everywhere we go. And I truly believe that he is my guardian angel, watching out for me at every turn in my life. I know that I will talk about him for the rest of my life, and that his accomplishments will remain a great part of our family history. Just as in the Bible, one generation shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts.